Hey, this is my take, and I'm John Kavakis, and I've got a slew of GLM and stamp models here. We finally got a shipment from China. Talk a little bit about tariffs later on, but I want to get down to the models here. And the first one we're going to talk about is the 1/18th scale stamp 1976 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Beautiful car. Now, the Coupe de Ville has been around in the Cadillac lineup since 1949. It was a trim level on the Series 62 back then, and just one of the first hardtops. Just kind of took off, but it didn't really become its own nameplate until 1959. And it became a mainstay of the Cadillac lineup. Right there in the middle of everything. They had an entry level, they had a middle level, they had a top level. But the Coupe de Ville was almost legendary in being a representative of the standard of the world. Now, in the mid-70s, Cadillac was still riding high, still calling themselves the standard of the world. But by the mid-70s, horsepower was down. It was way down. And so the manufacturers didn't have too many places to turn. They started concentrating on interiors. Now, the interiors started to get really plush. Now, I don't know what you think about the interiors of luxury cars back in the 70s or so. But, you know, we look back on them, they might look a little gaudy. But back then, they were just fantastic. People were going nuts over them. There was velour, there were pillow seats. And the amenities, the features on the cars began to really make riding more comfortable. There were climate control started coming into its own. There was electric everything. There were high-end audio systems, and you know, we're seeing the impact of that today. The word ergonomics entered the lexicon, where they were trying to make sure that all the controls were readily available to the driver. So things were changing pretty quickly, but the designs, the exterior designs, they were just large and in charge, kind of blocky. Had the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers in the front and the rear and everything, but they were the land yachts that we talk about back then. So Stamp is hitting the middle of that market, the ones that we all grew up in with our jaws dropping on, gee, I can hardly wait to the day I can get one of those right there. So, and we've been waiting for this 76 de Ville for a while it's finally here. I did a prototype video not too long ago. I'll give you a link if you want to take a look at that. So Stamp's offering comes in 3 different colors. I've got all 3 of them here. I'm going to show them all to you, but let me just tell you what they are. There is Dumbarton Green, Firethorn Metallic, which is a red color, beautiful, and Academy Gray Metallic, very classy. So I want to get these on the turntable and let you see there's some incredible detail here. Stamp has nailed the interior, and then we'll talk a little bit at the end about tariffs and that sort of thing. So let's take a look at the models. Let's take a look at the Dumbarton Green first. You can see the fidelity on the car, the scale is accurate, the stance is right. It's got posable front wheels, you can turn one way or the other, but the details on this is what really makes this model pop. The color is just spectacular. The chrome, deep and lustrous, lensing, even the side lights and everything, just perfectly done. It's a very, very attractive model, and my dad had one just like this, and I was in love with it. He wouldn't let me drive it, though. Let's take a look at some of the detail here. Wheel covers are standard, very well done, great emblems in the middle, very accurately reproduced. There's that interior detail that Stamp is just so good at. You can see the pull handles, almost ready to just help you close the door. The leather's perfectly replicated. All of the accoutrements. Now, some more detail on the interior in just a little bit, but I wanted you to see this one because it kind of pops. This is the Firethorn Red. This is probably the most spectacular color combination. I remember those red seat belts with white interiors. That was so dynamic back then. This one's got wire wheel covers, beautifully rendered. The finish on this one is absolutely stunning. To scale, flake in it, just a beautifully done car in a really spectacular color. This is the Academy Gray Metallic. Once again, perfect fleck. Wire wheels, not quite as dynamic as the other colors, but very, very classy with that kind of dove gray interior. I've got some close-ups of the interior I want to show you on this because this is an area where Stamp really shines. The dash is well replicated, great steering wheel with that padded Cadillac look to it with the Cadillac emblem in the center, that unique angle to the gear shift lever, knobs on the radio, the wood grain trim, everything is nearly perfect. Check out the trim, the moldings, the chrome trim pieces are all to scale. They're perfect. They're dimensional. Those wire wheels are little works of art. Side marker lights, tail lights, headlight lensing, everything. Stamp just does an excellent job on these things. It really makes the model look realistic. Well, there they are. Okay, now the prices on these are $349. Stamp is holding the price on those because you're going to want to check with your dealer on it to find out if the tariffs are having any impact on this. Now, I just received a box from China, and the tariff worked out to about 17.2%. I've talked to people that have paid a lot more than that. I've talked to people that have paid none. And there's just really no way of telling whether or not there's going to be a tariff or not. I'm sure your dealer is having the same struggle trying to price them. Now, it looks like the dealers are trying to absorb the tariffs. I don't know how long that's going to go. But for now, the retail price is $349 plus shipping. I know Legacy Diecast has some, and your favorite dealer may have them as well, but you're going to want to check with them as far as the price is concerned before you make the buy. I will tell you this, the 1/18th stamp models sell out very, very quickly, and they're in very high demand on the secondary market. So it's just like everything else that Stamp and GLM does. You're going to want to move on this quickly if you're interested in having one of the models. So there they are. That's Stamp's 1976 Coupe de Ville in 3 different colors. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've got more coming. If you did enjoy the video, give me a like down there in the right hand corner. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. We've got a whole series of stuff coming. Seems like things are beginning to flow out of China, and we're seeing some white metal developments as well. So thanks for tuning in. I'll be back again soon.